Breaking. Russia just launched its biggest air attack on Ukraine since 2022, and the world is watching in silence. Over 30 cities and towns were hit. Drones and missiles rained down overnight. 12 civilians dead, 3 of them children. Kyiv, Lviv, Kharkiv. No region was spared. President Zelensky is calling out the U.S., saying, "Your silence only encourages Putin." And while Ukraine pleads for more support, prisoner exchanges with Russia are still ongoing, proving just how complicated and brutal this war has become. Will this be the last straw to get the West to act? Comment your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Breaking. An Israeli airstrike just hit a school in Gaza, killing women, children, and even a pregnant woman. The Musa bin Nusayr school was sheltering families displaced by war, but on May 20th, it became a target. At least a dozen people died, not militants, but civilians seeking refuge. The UN says over 300 of its facilities have been hit in this war. More than 53,000 people have been killed since 2023, most of them women and children. How many more schools? How many more children? Stay informed. Comment below what you think the world should do. Like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Big changes in U.S. military policy. The focus is shifting away from running security operations. Now African nations must step up. The U.S. wants its African partners to handle their own security. No more hand-holding. It's about burden sharing. General Langley says partners need to reach full independence in defense. This comes as China and Russia increase their influence on the continent. The U.S. is trimming its presence and investing in new tech, like deploying air defense systems for the first time in Africa. Will this new approach help Africa fight terrorism? Drop your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Hamas accepts U.S. ceasefire deal. Is peace finally coming to Gaza? Peace in Gaza? A game-changing move just hit the headlines. Hamas has agreed to a U.S. brokered ceasefire proposal. The deal includes a 70-day truce, release of 10 Israeli hostages, partial Israeli withdrawal, and hundreds of Palestinian prisoners freed. This is the first major step toward peace in months of brutal conflict. But here's the twist. Israel hasn't responded yet. Can this fragile deal hold? Or will it collapse under pressure? Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Trump just called Putin crazy after Russia launched its biggest drone attack on Ukraine yet. Over 350 drones and cruise missiles were launched across Ukraine in a 24-hour blitz, the largest assault since the war began. Trump responded fast, blasting Putin on Truth Social, saying he's needlessly killing civilians and calling him absolutely crazy. The Kremlin fired back, saying Trump was suffering from emotional overload and dismissed the criticism. Trump also took aim at Zelensky, claiming the war might have never happened if he were still in office. Is Trump right? Has Putin lost it? Or is this politics as usual? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. The U.S. is going to the next level in missile defense, introducing the Golden Dome. Unveiled by Trump's administration, the Golden Dome is a space-based missile defense system inspired by Israel's Iron Dome. But this is way bigger, designed to stop ballistic, hypersonic, and long-range missiles from space. The project is estimated to cost $100 to $75 billion over 3 years, involving top contractors like SpaceX and Lockheed Martin. The goal? Protect America from missile threats before they even reach U.S. soil. But this ambitious plan isn't without controversy. China warns it could spark a dangerous arms race in space, while experts question the technical challenges of intercepting missiles from orbit. Is the Golden Dome the future of defense or just an expensive gamble? Comment your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Trade war averted. For now, Trump delays 50% tariffs on EU imports. After a phone call with EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, President Trump agreed to postpone massive tariffs set for July 9th. These tariffs were aimed at punishing EU subsidies to Airbus, seen as unfair competition to U.S. aerospace giant Boeing. The delay gives both sides more time to negotiate a deal and avoid a costly trade war. The stakes are high. Tariffs could have hit everything from luxury goods to industrial products, threatening businesses and consumers alike. Markets and companies are breathing a sigh of relief as talks continue. But will this delay lead to a real breakthrough or just push the conflict down the road? What do you think? Will the US and EU find common ground? Comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Big news for American steel. Trump secures a $14 billion deal with Japan's Nippon Steel. The U.S. will keep control over U.S. steel, ensuring American interests come first. This partnership will modernize facilities, boost production, and create 70,000 new jobs nationwide. Together, U.S. Steel and Nippon Steel will form the world's third-largest steel producer, ready to compete globally, especially against China's steel giants. This deal strengthens America's manufacturing, reduces reliance on foreign steel imports, and supports national security by keeping steel production domestic. What do you think? Will this deal revive U.S. steel dominance? Comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Breaking: Trump warns Putin after massive Ukraine attack. Trump just dropped a bomb warning on Vladimir Putin, and it's got the world talking. Amid Russia's biggest missile strike yet on Ukraine, over 360 drones and missiles, Trump issued a fiery statement. "You're playing with fire, Vladimir." He called out Putin's aggression, saying he's gone absolutely crazy, and warned that if Russia tries to take all of Ukraine, it could lead to its own downfall. Trump even suggested tougher sanctions and hinted at stronger action, all while blasting Biden for being too soft. Is Trump the only one speaking tough to Putin, or is this just campaign heat? Comment below, like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Harvard just got hit with a massive $100 million federal funding cut, and it's coming straight from Trump. Trump is slamming Harvard for what he calls an environment of anti-Semitism and discrimination. He's ordered federal agencies to cancel all contracts with the school. That's over $100 million wiped overnight. But it doesn't stop there. Tax-exempt status? On the chopping block. Harvard's $53 billion endowment could face $850 million in new taxes. Even student visas are under fire. In response, Harvard's fighting back, with lawsuits claiming this is a threat to academic freedom. Is Trump defending free speech or targeting elite institutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Breaking: China just warned the U.S. We're ready for any war. Here's what just got real. After Trump slapped tariffs on all Chinese imports, Beijing fired back hard. 15% tariffs on U.S. crops. Defense spending up 7.2%. Then came the bombshell quote, "Tariff war, trade war, any war. We're ready to fight to the end." And now H-6 bombers on disputed islands. The Liaoning aircraft carrier near Taiwan. The U.S. racing to build missile shields on Guam. This isn't just trade, it's global strategy. Welcome to the new Cold War. Is war closer than we think? Like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Breaking: Israel has accepted a new ceasefire proposal for Gaza, brokered by President Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff. After months of devastating conflict, the 60-day truce includes the release of 10 hostages and return of 18 bodies. This marks a major step toward peace, but it's not over yet. Hamas has received the offer, but has not officially responded. The world is watching. Is this the beginning of real peace, or just another pause in the fighting? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Breaking: a U.S. federal court just blocked President Trump's massive tariff plan, calling it illegal and an overreach of power. The ruling strikes down Trump's Liberation Day tariffs, meant to hit China, Mexico, and Canada with billions in penalties. Judges say Trump violated U.S. law by using emergency powers without real emergency threats. The Trump administration, they're appealing fast and may take it all the way to the Supreme Court. What do you think? Is this court ruling justice or sabotage of Trump's America First agenda? Like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear.
tariff, and they called up and they said, please, let's meet right now. Please, let's meet right now. And I said, okay, I'll give you till June 9. I actually asked them, I said, what's the date? Because they weren't willing to meet. And after I did what I did, they said, we'll meet anytime you want. And we have an end date of July 9th. You call that chickening out? Because we have $14 trillion now invested, committed to investing when Biden didn't have practically anything. This country was dying. You know, we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. I went to Saudi Arabia. The king told me, he said, you got the hottest, we have the hottest country in the world right now. 6 months ago, this country was stone cold dead. We had a dead country. We had a country people didn't think it was going to survive, and you ask a nasty question like that. It's called negotiation. You set a number. And if you go down, you know, if I set a number at a ridiculous high number and I go down a little bit, you know, a little bit, they want me to hold that number, 145% tariff. Even I said, man, that really got up. You know how it got? Because of fentanyl and many other things, and you added it up. I said, where are we now? We're at 145%. I said, whoa, that's high.
Trump just gave Vladimir Putin a 2-week deadline to end the war in Ukraine. Or else, after Russia launched its biggest air assault yet, killing 13 in Kiev, Trump got on the phone with Putin for a tense 2-hour call. The message? Prove you want peace? In 2 weeks. If not, Trump says the U.S. will take a different path. Meanwhile, 50,000 Russian troops are massing near Kharkiv, and experts say Putin might just be stalling for time. Is this a bold move for peace or a setup for war? Let us know what you think. And like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Breaking: Elon Musk just quit his government job, and now the DOGE initiative is falling apart. Musk was brought in by Trump to slash $2 trillion in waste, but only saved $175 billion. He axed agencies like USAID, laid off thousands, and faced backlash for pushing what critics call a far-right tech agenda. Now, he's out. Tesla stock is tumbling, Starlink is losing global deals, and DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, is leaderless. Legal heat and internal chaos forced his hand. Trump says he's stepping in to run DOGE now. Can he salvage the mission? Or is this the end of Musk's political experiment? Drop your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Breaking: Trump's tariffs are back, despite being ruled illegal. Here's what just happened. A federal court blocked Trump's sweeping tariffs this week, calling them unconstitutional and an overreach of presidential power. But just 1 day later, the U.S. appeals court stepped in and hit reverse. Now those tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada are staying for now. Markets already reacting. Asian stocks plunged after the ruling. And Trump's legal team ready to fight all the way to the Supreme Court. This case could reshape how much power presidents really have on trade. Will Trump win the legal war, or will the courts shut him down? Drop a comment and like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Breaking: Trump just dropped a bombshell. Thousands of Chinese students are losing their U.S. visas. Here's why the Trump administration is revoking visas for Chinese students linked to the Communist Party or tech fields like AI and biotech. Why? They say it's to stop espionage and protect U.S. intellectual property. Over 270,000 Chinese students are at risk, and schools like Stanford and UC are sounding the alarm. China calls it politically motivated. Critics say it could cripple U.S. innovation. Some schools could lose millions in tuition dollars. This is the biggest visa crackdown in years, and the tension with China is skyrocketing. Is this national security or political overreach? Drop your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear. Breaking: the U.S. Supreme Court just approved a project that could reshape America's energy future and spark an environmental firestorm. Here's what you need to know. The Uinta Basin Railway is go. This massive rail project will boost oil production in Utah, but critics say it's a disaster waiting to happen. Environmental groups warn it could destroy fragile ecosystems and jack up carbon emissions. The Supreme Court says federal agencies don't need to consider long-term climate impacts. Game changer or green light to pollute? Supporters say it's energy independence. Opponents call it environmental suicide. One ruling, billions in oil, and the climate caught in the middle. What do you think? National progress or ecological setback? Drop your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for the truth they don't want you to hear.